Good day. So in this video, I will be teaching one of the process of quantum geographical information system, or simply the GIS, the process of georeferencing. So assuming that you do have your data arranged in a one folder, a folder file, so you will open your QGIS. So in my version, this is 3.40.5 QGIS. So the first process is you go to layer and look for the georeferencer. You select it and now you will look for your file or your image file. To do that, you will go to file and you will open raster. Raster is the file format for images. Now, in my example, my file is within the desktop and the folder name is GIS exam. Inside the GIS exam folder, I have na Barangay Panagpasan Landslide Hazard Map. So this is the map that I will gref. Okay. So I will just select this image, then select open. So once the file is selected, this will be loaded in the georeferencer window. So in your georeferencer window, you have the GCP table at the bottom. Now, the consideration is you should at least gref four corners of the map with the representation of their coordinates, the northing and the easting. So now we will add our GCP points. So now the icon is add GCP point is this one. So we'll select this, zoom. Now for the first corner is the upper left, top left, and the location of these coordinates is somewhere in this cross section or this hairline. So we'll try to look for the center of this cross section. We estimate the center of this one. Then you can just zoom and try to estimate the center of this cross section. So once you think that that's the center, you select it, you click your left mouse, and this window will open this enter map coordinates. It will ask you to put your coordinates, your northing or your y and your easting or your x. So in this example, our north is 13.680. So we'll type that 13.680. For our easting, our x is 123.300. And our CRS is WGS84. The EPSG code is 4326. Okay. So as that is assigned, you select OK and it will assign the points. So at the bottom, the GCP table will show you that the ID number is by default is 0 and its corresponding coordinates. Okay. So what this means is that this point represent these two coordinates, the north and the easting. Okay. Next, for point number 2, we will select the upper or the top right corner of the map. So that is this one. Again, you estimate, you look for the center, and you select. Then you put the north and the east. So this one, the north is 13.680. And the easting is 123.360. then select OK. So that point or that line shows that there are some error, but just continue the four corners, then it will recalculate the residual pixel. So the rule of thumb is that your residual is will not be more than 0.5. Okay, so we'll try again. Next, for my third point will be in the lower left corner, which is this one. Try to look for the center. So my third here is 13.650. That is one. And my age is 123.360. Like, okay. So that will assign the third point. Next will be the last corner will be this lower left, this one. And we'll zoom, same process. We will estimate the center of this cross section or this hairline. Then select for the north 13.650 and for our easting is 123.300. Okay. As you can see on the residual in the GCP table, we have 0.03. So that is acceptable. Okay. So we have assigned at least four corners or four GCP points. GCP is the ground control points. So once you select them and looking at it and with the consideration of the residual, which is not more than 0.5, we can now set our transformation settings. For this one, we will be using this linear by default. The transformation type is linear. Our target CRS should be by default is the WGS84. Okay, the EPSG is 4326. Okay, then the output file should be saved in your folder. As the earlier part of this video, my file is within this GIS exam folder. So by default, once you have done your georeferencing, there's a default term modified in your file. You can just add your name. For this example, your last name, De La Cruz, Juan, your section, you'll type your section, and then your course. Then the save as type is TIFF by default. Then you save. For sampling method, nearest neighbor, you will not do anything with that. And you will check save GCP points for later reference if you need the points. You can save that. And you should load in project when that. So this will load in your main window of your GIS. So once that is done, you can select OK. Then the last part of this is you will now start georeferencing. Okay. So once you select this, it will load and once it be successful, you done your georeferencing. Okay, so I will select georeferencing. Says georeference successful. The layer was successfully added. Okay, so when that is done, I will minimize this one. The georeferencer window. You will look for your file. Okay, just to check if the area is right, we can add base map. So for this one, this is in Beacon. I will load my base map from web, quick map services, and search QMS. So I will choose Google Satellite Hybrid. These are the base map that are used. I will just add. And for the transparency of my data or my map, I will change the opacity to 50%. So I will just select the layer, right click, properties. Under transparency, I will change this into 50% and apply. Okay. So looking at the map, I think it is correct. Yes. So that is Barangay Panagwasan is along or need amount is a road. So this one is correct. Now you're done with your georeferencing.